All right, so today's practice is going to focus a bit on a couple different things. Number one is focus and balance. When we are focused and we are balanced, we are happier people. And so we're just going to, because they both, in order to be balanced, you have to be focused. And so let's just think for a moment of a balanced pose. In order to stay steady and still, we need to find a focal point that doesn't move, that we can just gaze at, and that makes that balance a little easier. Challenging that balance would be closing your eyes or moving your gaze away from something, and you really have to come within to feel it a little bit deeper. So anyway, we'll just throw in some good balance poses so we stay nice and balanced. And then secondly, we're going to just practice a little patience and surrender. And all that really means is that when we kind of go within ourselves on each pose, it allows us to kind of release the physical and emotional elements of this practice in general. So when we really bring our focus within, so that those concepts all go together. So I'm just going to remind you of that through the day. So today, let's start standing up, facing forward. And as always, as we'll do a little bit of balance today, remember, if you need a prop, a brick, always have one nearby. They're really, really handy to lift the floor up a little bit. So today we're going to just take our feet a little wide. We're going to root them down and then just feel the energy from below, just coming up through the body, lifting up through the crown of the head here. Then take a moment to just close the eyes. Maybe allow the chin to move down towards your chest as you breathe in and breathe out. Breathing in, breathing out. Very nice. Opening the eyes, gaze forward. Let the hands just hang in front of you. Fingertips are down. And then just as though you're just letting them float up. Keep the knuckles facing forward, super slow, super slow. As they come up, flip those hands and let the fingertips float down as though you're brushing a wall. Bring the arms up. Using that same flip of the wrist, float down. So brushing up, brushing down, brush up, and brush down. Use your breath with this. A long inhalation as you brush up, and a soft flowing exhalation as you go down. This time, make sure those toes are pointing out, bend the knees and float up, and then come up. Good job. Float down and press up, and brush up and down. Just one more time, brush up and brush down. So we're going to change it just a little bit. Let's brush up, pause, stand up, turn that left heel, just go flat back down, brush the floor with the fingertips, and then bring them all the way up. Turn to the other side. Just bend the back knee, keep the front leg straight. Come all the way up. Let's take it down and bring it up. Go back over to that right side, bend the back knee, right front leg stay straight, come up. Slowly rotate around, brush down and brush up. And one more time through the center, take it down and lift it up. One more time each way. Brush down, brush up, turn, brush down, brush up, and back to the center. Just take it down and brush it up. One more time in the center. Take it down and bring it all the way up. Beautiful. Float those arms all the way down. Turn the heels to face back. Clap. Grab your elbows with your hands and just fold forward. As you come into a forward fold, allow the head to hang. Rock the baby. A little turn of the shoulders. Pay attention to your knees here, that they're not straightened and locked out, but they have a soft little bend to them. Beautiful. And then let the fingertips move down towards the floor. Push the floor away from you. And then lift one of your arms straight up. Just one. Nice, easy twist.
And then bring it down, take it to the other side. And then bring both hands back down. Slowly let those fingertips leave the floor as you roll back to a standing pose. This time, bring the shoulders to the ears, send them back behind you. And then just one more time. And bring the hands behind the back. Interlacing the fingertips, the fingers, I should say, just roll those shoulders back and then begin to bow forward once again. Shift the weight to the balls of your feet and pull the hips towards the sky. Let the head just hang down. Beautiful. And then slowly, just from here, bring yourself back up. As you come to standing pose, push those knuckles towards the floor. Lean back and gaze upward. And then return to center, releasing the arms, float them all the way up. And float them down by your side. Once again, float them all the way up. This time, catch the left wrist in your right hand. Pull it towards the sky and then tip it over. Inhale, return to center, switch those hands. Wrap the fingers around the wrist and pull towards the sky first, and then pull down towards that left side. And coming right back to center, float the arms down. Turn the right toe towards the right wall, and let's take a nice side lunge. Reach down to the floor and just sink. Slowly begin to shift and move. Just move right over to the other side and just sink. Let's do that one more time. So taking it, gliding it gently over towards the right. Remember, this pose could be challenging if your knees are bad. So please just listen to your body. Take it only halfway and then move to the other side. And then finding the way right back to the center. Let the fingertips leave the floor as you roll back up. Bring the shoulders up and back. Inhale, arms reach up. Let's go ahead and float down. Float up, turn right. Bend the back knee, straighten the front leg. And brush. Turn to the other side. Brush down, brush up. And then one last time, right in the center, take it down and bring it all the way up. And then press those feet back together. Well done. All right, our first balance pose, just super simple. Bring the right toe to the floor in front of you. Sweep the arms out to the side. And now just lift up and tap down. Lift up and tap down. Lift up and tap down. This time lift up and then push it back behind you, airplane. Bring the arms back towards the hips. Keep the heart super high. Point that back toe. Push down with that supporting leg. Just hold it here. Get that sensation. Find your focus. Find your balance. Slowly stand up. Bring the knee right back to center. And put it down. Well done. Float the arms up halfway, bring that left toe to the floor and lift and lower it just for 4. And for 3. And for 2. Oh, one more. And send it back to airplane. So halfway back, just pushing. Bring the arms back by the hips. We are soaring upwards. Point that toe, fire up that back leg. Feel the pose. Stay focused. And slowly begin to stand, pulling the knee back to the center. And then bringing it back to touchdown. Beautiful work. Inhale, arms reaching all the way up. And exhale, bow all the way back down. Inhale, come up just halfway. And then fold back down. Roll the self to stand. Roll the shoulders up and back one last time. And step to the front of your mat. Inhale, arms reach to the sky. And exhale, bow forward. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale, fold back down. Soften the knees, root and rise once again. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms reach up. This time, keep the arms up high. Drop the head back and gaze into that space. Allow the hips to move forward and the shoulders and the head fall back. Close your eyes for a moment. See how the pose changes by taking that gaze away. Reopen them and open wide, bow forward. Inhale, rise halfway and exhale, fold. From here, take your left foot and take it all the way back towards the back of your mat. Drop the back knee down. Keep that back toe tucked underneath you. Rise to a low lunge. Bringing the arms all the way up, gaze up once again, spread the fingers. Maybe close the eyes once again. And then looking straight ahead, slowly lift the back knee off the floor into a high lunge. Once you feel secure and steady here, drop the head, look up again. Now here's a challenge. Close the eyes or just lower the eyelids a little to a soft gaze and see how the shakiness really kicks in. That's your body building strength. Perfect. And then gaze straight ahead. We're going to bring our arms straight down behind us and interlace your fingers. Rolling the shoulders back, hinge forward. Step your back foot halfway in. Seek your balance here. Lifting the arms off of your back. Float the leg up to warrior three. Toe faces down this time. Perfect. Beautiful. Rebending the knee, step all the way back as you touch down, release the arms all the way up. Perfect. Bring them halfway down and then turn your body to the right, reach down to the floor. High lunge with a twist. Gaze up. Add a challenge here. Float that lower hand a little off of the floor. Feel the balance kick in. And then airplane the arms over the front leg. Feel the strength to hold you here. Slowly push and rise to stand. And then bring both hands to the mat. Step back to a plank pose. Hold your plank pose. Right here. Push into the balls of the feet and shift your weight forward. Drop the knees. Allow the hips, the belly, the chest to come all the way down. Releasing your toes to face the mat, slowly push up to a cobra. Hold your cobra here. Breathe. Watch the neck and the ears. They don't crunch towards each other. Breathe in deep and let it go. One more breath in. And exhale, touch all the way back down to the mat. Pull the hands in a little bit closer, come all the way up to full cobra here and downward facing dog. Stay here, just feel the pose. Shake your head out, walk the dog out. Perfect. And then just find a bit of stillness in this pose. Tune into the sensations, go within. Surrender to this down dog. Good. All right, so this time we'll step that left foot forward, dropping the back knee all the way down. Keeping that back toe tucked, come up to a low lunge. Let's keep it super simple here. So just bring the arms over the head, spread the fingers wide, and then tilt the head back and gaze up. Feel free to close the eyes or change the focus to a little softer. And then bringing the gaze straight ahead, slowly begin to pull the back knee off the floor to high lunge. Once you settle in and find your balance here, bring the head back and look up once again. Maybe repeat the closing of the eyes or the change of the gaze to soft. And then gaze straight ahead, bring the hands behind the back. Interlacing the fingers, roll the shoulders back. Hinge your body forward. Bring the back foot halfway in. Take a moment to find your balance. And then the arms come off your back and the leg lifts off the floor. Hold right here. Rebending the knees, slowly step back to high lunge, release the arms overhead. Perfect. Bring them just halfway down, turn towards the left side, and then reach down to the mat. High lunge with a twist. All right, for that added challenge, feel free to allow that lower hand to come a little off the floor, challenging the balance once again. All these little challenges are optional, with the intention of just strengthening your practice a little bit. Perfect. Airplane arms back over the front leg. Feel it. And then rise to stand. As you circle right back down, hands touch down, step back to plank pose. Holding your plank pose right here, engage the core. Pushing down, pushing with the balls of the feet drift forward. And then drop the knees once again. Relax and lower down. Belly, chest, chin. Push up to full cobra, a little higher this time. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more inhalation. Exhale, touch to all the way back down. Slide the hands back a little further. Press up a little higher. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Breathe in. And breathe out. Feel the pose, spread the fingers, root down, draw the belly in, lift the hips high. Find stillness, go within. Beautiful. Gazing to the front of your mat, this time simply step back to the front of your mat. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale, fold back down. Bend the knees enough to just push and lift to center. Bringing the hands together, gaze straight ahead. Interlace everything but the 2 pointer fingers. As you inhale, lift tall. Exhale, tip right. From here, just turn your gaze towards the floor. And now begin to change that gaze and slowly look up towards the ceiling. Notice how the dynamics of the pose changes. Returning to center, rise up. Exhale, tip over to the left-hand side. Begin to rotate your eyes down towards the floor, turning your head, your neck, and then turning the head, allow the eyes to look up. And then inhale right back to the center, and exhale, release the arms behind your back. Interlacing the fingers, roll the shoulders back, bend the knees. Start by pulling your knuckles towards the floor, and then begin to pull the arms away from your body, bring your belly to your thighs. Once they touch, straighten the legs, fold forward. Rebending the knee, release the arms, come up into chair pose. Spread the fingers. Now in chair pose, close your eyes. Feel the pose within. Notice that how every pose becomes a little less stable when we close our eyes. Reopen them, bring the hands to the heart, sink a little bit lower. Take a full breath in, exhale, twist to the right-hand side. Feel free to just stay in a twisted chair here or extend the arms out wide and open them. Bringing the hands back to the heart, bring your gaze to the floor. Sliding the left toe back just a little bit, let it just rest on the floor. Alternatively, lift it up and push the leg away. Seek your focus right down to the center of the floor. And then bring your feet back together. Release into full chair pose. Close the eyes, soften the shoulders. Reopen, bring the hands to the heart, sink a little lower, breathe in, exhale, twist left. Stay here or open wide. Bringing the hands back together, bring the gaze to the floor. Step the right foot halfway back till the toe is just barely resting on the floor. Stay here with balance or push that leg away from you. Bring the foot back into touchdown, release to chair pose. And then stand up nice and tall to standing bridge. Hips move forward, head falls back, gaze back. Bringing hands to the heart. Come to Tadasana. Inhale, arms reaching up. Exhale, open wide, bow forward. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale, hands come down, step back to plank pose. Take one breath in plank. Choose your knees or your first full chaturanga. Inhale right into cobra and exhale downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Inhale, bring the right leg to the sky. Exhale, bend the knee, stack and open it up. Inhale, straighten it. Exhale, pull the knee in towards your chest. Place your foot between your hands. Turning the back foot to root down, rise to warrior one. And as you come into warrior one, take a moment. Push the forward knee towards the pinky toes. Feel the back foot pressing away. Feel the inner thighs trying to get towards each other. Now tilt the head back, gaze up. Stay here or change the gaze to closed or soft. And then releasing, looking straight ahead, pull the arms to goalpost arms, to cactus arms. Bringing the right arm to cross in front of the left, eagle arms. Inhale, pull the elbows up a little higher, look up. Exhale, pull the elbows right into your belly as you fold forward, bringing your right shoulder inside your right knee. At any time of the practice today, close your eyes, go deeper within. Inhale, begin to sweep it back up. As you stand, release your arms, open up to warrior two. Beautiful. Find your focus here. Going deep, going low. Gazing down that front arm past those fingertips. Beautiful. Inhale right into a beautiful and peaceful warrior. Exhale to an extended side angle, Parsva Here. Close your eyes. Perfect. And then begin to pull the front leg straight. Open up both arms to triangle pose. Inhale, lift enough to come and safely rotate the body. And exhale, lower the fingertips towards the floor. Bow the nose. Feel free to adjust the back foot in order to square off the hips. Perfect. Rebend that front knee, rise back up to warrior one. Open right back up to warrior two. Beautiful. This time the leg comes straight, move right back to triangle pose. All right, this time bring the top hand and bring it all the way back behind your back. All right, bending the front knee, slide the forward hand underneath your leg. Now this is a bind, not everyone can do it. My thumbs do not allow this anymore, but you can just move the hand back and rest it on the lower part of your thigh, or you can try and clasp your hands together behind you. Bring yourself back up. A bound side angle pose. Beautiful. Perfect. And releasing from the bind, open the arms and straighten the leg once again. Bringing the top hand to your waist and your gaze to the floor. Touch down with the fingertips behind your foot. Step in halfway and shift and lift to half moon pose. Once again, another balanced pose. Now in this half moon pose to challenge our balance. There are different things to do. Close the eyes, of course. Just move your gaze away from the floor. Feel free to begin to lift the fingers a little off of the floor to a floating half moon pose. Lots of options. Every day is a new day. Focus, be patient, surrender. Beautiful. Bend the front knee, step all the way back to warrior two. Land gently and softly sink low. Inhale to a beautiful, peaceful warrior. Exhale, hands touch down to the mat. Step back to a plank pose. Take one breath in plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Once again, let's breathe good 3 times through this down dog. Feeling it, enjoying it. All right, let's try the other side. Inhale, left leg reaches high to the sky. Exhale, bend the knee, stack and open it up. Inhale, straighten it back up. Exhale, pull it forward and put it down. Root the back foot and rise to warrior one. Take a moment in warrior one. Sink and hold. Look up. Close the eyes, whatever it takes to achieve that little bit greater focus and balance. Perfect. And then gazing straight ahead, pull the arms down to goalpost arms. Bring the left one in front of the right this time. Eagle arms. Inhale, lifting the elbows a little higher, fall back. Exhale, pull the elbows in towards the belly, fold forward. Inhale, begin to come back up, releasing the arms, open up to warrior two. Sink and settle into this pose, reaching, sinking, focusing, breathing. Inhale to your peaceful warrior, and then exhale right into your Parsvakonasana, your extended side angle. Begin to straighten the front leg and pull the arms out wide, triangle pose. Beautiful. Lift and turn, float the fingertips down towards the floor. Feel free to adjust the back foot to square the hips, fold forward. Perfect. Rebending the front leg, rise back up to warrior one and then open back up to warrior two. Straighten out the front leg and move right into triangle pose once again. From triangle pose, bring the top arm behind your back. Really send it as far back towards your front leg as you can. Bend the knee and then take whatever version of a bind you can, or just keep your side angle. Releasing from the bind, push the leg straight and find triangle once again. Feel it open, close your eyes, feel it. And then allow that top hand to come and rest at the base of your spine or on your waistline. Gaze down towards your front foot and reach towards your pinky. Step in one step and then shift and lift to half moon pose. Reaching the arm back up, find a challenge that works for you today. Floating, eyes closed, gaze changes. And then slowly begin to release back to warrior two, land gently, rise to warrior two. Inhale right into your beautiful, peaceful warrior and exhale to plank pose. Take one breath in plank and exhale, chaturanga down. Inhale, rise to cobra. And then exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips up, bend back, downward facing dog. Close your eyes and breathe. Beautiful. One more breath. Let it go. Inhale, heels lift and your body drifts forward back to plank. And then just bring your forearms down to the floor. Hold a nice low plank. Close your eyes and feel it. Draw everything into center. No holding the breath. Beautiful. Begin to drop the hips down to the floor. And tuck those toes. Pull the elbows in towards you as you lift your heart forward. Gaze straight ahead. Beautiful. Placing the palms of your hands right down on the floor in front of you. Just push the floor away and lift a little higher. Breathe in. Again, to bring the back of the head towards your back and your eyes towards the sky. Close them. And then slowly release your body to the floor, bringing the right heel in towards your thumb. Reach back and grab your ankle. Flex your foot. Bring your left one in and grab that ankle. Flex your foot. Now draw your inner thighs in towards each other. Your feet flat towards the sky. As you inhale, start to push your feet to the sky and let the body just lift. Close your eyes and feel it. And then slowly release it. Bring the hands to form a little pillow under your forehead. And then allow your feet to tip over side to side, just rotating them side to side. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Bring them to center and let them drop down. Taking the right arm out to the side. Lifting up the right leg, then the left leg, then the knee. And then just slide that left hand by your chest and push. And just push further back. You're going to feel a nice hip opener and also really big stretch for that back shoulder. Big. Good. And then slowly return to center. And let's move our left hand out and pull the right one in toward your chest. Just lift the right leg up, bend it, and then just roll over and push that toe towards the floor. Feel the shoulder stretch. Your head can just be lying on the floor or up a little. Just tune in to the sensations, feel it. And then return yourself right back into center. Bringing your hands to your chest, come up to full cobra. And then push your tops of your feet into the floor and lift your kneecaps right off the floor. Squeeze the legs as tight as you can. Upward facing dog. And from upward facing dog, begin to lift the hips. Untuck or roll over your toes to downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Again, breathe in. And a big sigh out. Once more, long breath in. And a nice long sigh out. Lift the heels, bring the knees down, tabletop position. Inhale, dropping the belly and sweeping the heart upward. Exhale, tuck under and roll the spine to the sky. Again, just keep it going. I want you to find breath and movement in this simple cat cow. Close your eyes and tune into the sensations. Though it's a simple pose, a simple movement, it's nice to just embrace simplicity and ease of movement. One more time. And then find neutral position. Walking right back, come tall on your knees, bringing the right foot forward. Let's finish up here by taking a really long, deep hip flexor stretch. So just shift all the way forward. We're going to take our right hand right next to your heel, your left hand right next to that one. And we're going to bring our right hand to the other side of your foot. So it's on the outside. Kind of bend the elbow to create a table for your leg to just lean into and rock side to side. Beautiful. Coming right back to the center, just stay deep and low. Keep that little table-like sensation. Take the back toe, tuck it under, pull the knee off the floor, and rock forward and back. Perfect. And then just deep and hold. Maybe you can move that leg out, that right arm out a little wider away from your foot, create a little extra space to move. And then release your lower knee back down, the back knee. Bring the hand back around. Move that foot across your body and pull it in, pigeon pose. Yes. Close your eyes, just feel the pose. Take deep exhalations, allowing your body to even surrender more. Begin to walk your hands back and press out. We're going to turn our body around to Janu Shavasana. So bring this front foot all the way around and touch your inner thigh. Inhale, arms reach to the sky. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, rise halfway. And exhale, bring your chin towards your shin. Gaze toward past your toes. Bringing the right arm, reach it forward, sweep it over your head. As it touches down behind you, scoop and lift yourself up into a side lunge here. Just a nice side bend. Beautiful. Close your eyes, feel it. And slowly drop your hand to the floor. Just pick up that lower knee, pivot it back around, and coming right back into tabletop position. Back it up and bring your left foot forward. Going to move right into our deep low lunge. And remember, we're going to bring our hands right down to the floor. And we're going to take our left one this time and under and back of your heel to the outside of this foot. Bend that front elbow a little bit and create a table, rock forward and side to side. Good. Deep, deep hip stretch. And then as you return right to center, take a moment, tuck your back toe, pull the knee right off the floor, squeeze that back leg super tight, push forward and back. And then settling back to center. If you want, move that left hand a little further away and move a little side to side. Otherwise, just embrace the stillness. My goodness. And then lowering that back knee once again, release your hand, and then walk this foot across your body. Pull it in and find your pigeon pose. Take your time coming into this pose. Remember, if you have any injuries that don't allow this, just take an alternative. We know them by now. Also, a brick is nice to put underneath your hip to keep your hips a little more square, to stop them from moving. So once again, this is a wonderful place to close your eyes and concentrate on your breath, especially the exhalation. Allowing yourself to go deeper within this pose. Feel every part of it. Then walking your hands back towards you, it's gonna pivot around, no matter where you are. Find your way into Janu Shavasana here. Left foot is inside the right leg. Anchor that long leg to the floor, reach the fingertips up, big breath in, exhale, bow forward. Inhale, send the heart forward. Exhale, bring the chin lower. Gaze past your toes. Taking the left hand, release it and reach it a little further forward. And then sweep it up over your head, drawing a big rainbow over your head. As it touches down behind you, sweep the right arm up and lift. Bring the hand down towards the floor, lift and pivot back around to tabletop position. Take the knees nice and wide, bring the sitting bones back towards your heels, and then just move those fingertips towards the front of your mat and bow down. A well-deserved child's pose. Perfect. Go ahead and bring our hands back towards you. Come all the way up. Just bring the knees to touch. We're going to convert ourselves to a seated position. So swing the legs around any way you want. Just come onto a seated pose. Sitting upright and tall, leave the knees bent. Bring the fingers underneath the kneecaps. And then as you just fall back slightly, float the shins towards the sky. Take a moment here, holding your legs, engaging your core, closing your eyes. And now from this pose, we'll let the fingertips move towards the feet. And from this pose, straighten the legs. Look towards your toes. Reversing out of this, bend the knees. Bring the hands behind the kneecaps and then touch back down. Well done. Bringing the arms out in front, just ever so slowly roll back. Bring the arms straight up to the sky and then pull them down to cactus arms. Fantastic. Bring the knees in towards you, bring the right knee in towards you and then cross it over the other leg. So from here, just tuck your toe behind, so make any adjustment you need to, so your legs are crisscrossed like cow legs, eagle legs. And then bringing the arms up, cross the left one in front of the right first. Eagle arms. Take a breath here. Exhale, pull the elbows and knees to touch or close. Inhale, release and touch down. Exhale, pull into center. Inhale, touch down. Exhale, pull into center. Inhale, down, pull into center and hold for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Slowly touch back down, releasing your arms back out to cactus arms. Let both of your knees fall to the left-hand side as you look to your right. Your toe can unhook now. Beautiful. Return to the center and uncross your leg. Bring the left leg, cross over the right. Hook the toe behind the ankle. This time, bring the arms up, crossing the right one in front of the left. Find that eagle position, a supine eagle pose. Take a breath here. Exhale, pull everything to center. Inhale, let it go. Exhale, squeeze tight. Try and get your elbows to touch those thighs or knees. And just one more time where we'll hold it, squeeze tight and hold for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, touch down. Release just the arms to to cactus arms. Unhook the toe from behind the lower leg and let both knees drop to the right as you turn your head towards the left. Beautiful. Come back to center and uncross your legs. Bringing the knees in towards you, head and shoulders come off the floor, engaging the core. Keep the right knee in, extend the left leg long, squeeze it tight. Take a breath, exhale, 2 pulls and a switch. Those 2 pulls have 2 little exhales. So simply say pull, 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 pull to yourself, pull, pull, and 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 pull, 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 pull. Last one, bring both knees right back in. Bring your head down to the mat. Interlace your fingers and slide the hands underneath your head. Keeping the elbows pressing out wide, lift up the upper body. Inhale, pull the knees in towards you. Exhale, send them away. Inhale, roll them in, the hips roll up off the floor. Pull in, lift, and push away. Pull in and lift, and push away. Pull in and lift, and push away. And pull in and lift, and push away. Pull in and lift, and push just once more. Pull in and lift, and away. And bring them in, drop your feet to the floor, drop everything. Head, open the knees, and now let's just lift and lower the upper body. 20 and 19 and 18 and 17 and 16 and 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, and 4, 3, 2, and then touch down, breathe in, and let it go. Bring the right knee over to the left. Let's pulse up again for 20, for 19, for 18, for 17, for 16, for 15, for 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Touch down, reopen the knees. Take a breath in, and then exhale, let it go. Bring that left knee over to the right. And final set, let's go for 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. And we feel good when we hit 8 and 7 and 6 and 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, touch down, reopen the knees. Take a breath in, your eyes are closed. Exhale long and slow. Well done. Extend the legs out long. Extend your arms overhead. Inhale, roll up off the floor. Exhale, just reach forward. Stay here a moment. Drop your ears between the arms. Feel your fingertips reach, but at the same time, your belly pulls backwards, as though someone's trying to pull you away from something you're holding on to, and then begin to surrender and roll down slowly, 1 vertebrae at a time. Let's do that once more. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, reach for that imaginary post. Hold that imaginary post, bow the head, begin to draw the belly into the spine. Keep pulling back as you're reaching forward. A little bit more, and now surrender, roll back. And then bring your knees into you and give them a hug. Beautiful. Pull the knees towards your shoulders and just rock on the spine. And then bringing your feet to the floor, we're going to shift our body to face forward, preparing for some side leg work. So support your head. Keep the knees bent today. So stacking the knees, just lifting only the top one. Remember, we're not lifting the knee, we're lifting the whole leg as one. So lift and lower, lift. You can keep that hand on it to remind it not to turn up. Lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower, and lift and lower. 8 more, and 7, and 6, and 5, and 4 and 3 and 2. All right, now lift the knee, bring it back down, just the knee, rotating that hip flexor, lift it and lower it, and lift it and lower it, and lift it and lower it, and lift and lower for 8, and for 7, and for 6, and for 5, and for 4, and for 3, and for 2, holding it up right here, pull it towards your shoulder and send it away, in and away, and in and away, and in and away. Pull it and press it, pull it and press it, and pull it and press it. And then we have 8 more. Feel the pose. Pull it and press it, and pull it and press it, and pull it and press it, and pull it and press it. Just 4 more here for 4. We've got it. Here's 3. Here's 2. And then as you extend it, long circle, baby circles backwards for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now reverse it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2. Pull it in, roll to your back. Cross this working leg over the opposite leg and take a sleeping pigeon or a figure 4 pose here. Today, we're just going to flex our feet and stay super still a moment. Use your that forward elbow to push into that leg as you create some resistance. Close your eyes and feel it. Go within. Breathe deep, exhale into that glute. Fantastic. So from here, just take that front leg, slide it over your kneecap and down to your ankle. Grabbing both of your feet, pull them out and in towards you. And then just rock and roll yourself to a seated pose, or you'll just bow forward. Nice and easy. You're going to feel another deep stretch here. Inhale, bring the arms to the sky. Exhale, just a simple twist to the right. As you inhale, push down into the earth, feel the head reach to the sky. Exhale, move into your twist. Close your eyes, wade through it. Focus, balance, patience, surrender. Inhale, bring the arms all the way up, and let's take a twist to the left. Find first your posture, and then move into your twist. And then release to center, extend your legs out in front of you. We're going to transfer ourselves to the other side. So take the leg that is in front and take it out as wide as it will go. And then bring the other one in, lift and follow it. Bring the leg back to your mat and lift it and follow it. Well done. Pulling the knees in, fingers behind the kneecaps, fall back and float into Navasana and choose where you wish to be for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Rebend and roll to your back. Turning to your side. Support your head. And let's go ahead and begin here. Top leg, lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower, and lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower, and lift and lower. 2 sets. So here's 8, here's 7, here's 6, here's 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. Dip the knee down and lift it, and down and lift it, and down and lift, and down and lift. Rotating those hips. Well done. And second set starting now for 8, for 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, holding it up at the top, pull it towards you and push it out long. Push, pull in and then push, pull in and then push, pull in and push, and pull in and push, pull in and push. And we have 8 more. This is a good part for me to remind you of how much you guys mean to me. Just forget about this pose. Just push and push and push. Just one more time, holding it long. Circle forward for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now backwards. 8, 7, 6, 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Pulling it in, roll to your back. Find your sleeping pigeon pose, figure 4, pulling it in, just staying still. Flexing your feet to lengthen the muscles and allow them to just stretch. Create your own bit of resistance. Close your eyes. Go within this pose. Feel the breath having an effect on that release of tension in that muscle. And then taking this leg that's in front, the ankle that's in front, just lift it over the kneecap, slide it down towards the ankle, reach for your feet, and then pull them in a little closer and out away from each other. Bringing them back to center, little rock and roll to a seated pose. Once you're here, just walk forward. That glute is still screaming at me. So once again, let your breath do its job here. Exhale into that glute, the tension. Let it go. And slowly rise back up. Reach for the sky. Tip over towards the right-hand side. Last nice side bend. Close the eyes and gaze up towards those fingertips. Push down that opposite hip. And then begin to rise with an inhalation. And exhale, just go the other way. Tip over until you feel that hip want to leave the floor. Gaze up, close the eyes. And slowly return to center, extending the legs out long. The leg that's in the front, let's bring it out wide. Lift the opposite one to meet it. Take it back over to the mat and lift the opposite one up to meet it. Slowly roll back all the way. Prepare for bridge pose before we close. So walk the heels in tight. Start to roll the shoulders under, and when you're ready, use your inhalation to lift, float, go up. Because we did a lot of heart opening, let's go ahead and reach for our hands under our body. Roll our shoulders under a little bit more. And now push the hands towards the floor as you lift your hips and your thighs towards the sky. Close your eyes once again and feel it. Then begin to release the hands, soften the shoulders, lower yourself down, and pull your knees in towards your shoulders. Reach for the soles of your feet, happy baby pose. a gentle rock on the spine. And then pushing your feet to lift up to the sky, lower the hands all the way down. Stay here a moment and legs up a wall. Your legs are straight up from those hips. They're not towards you and they're not falling towards the floor. Just keep your feet neutral. Good. And it's time to walk the hands underneath the sacrum. Pull the arms tight into the sides of your body. Now begin to point your toes, activate your leg muscles, begin to lower slow. As your feet begin to approach the floor, allow the upper body to lift. Push your elbows into the floor as you let the head fall back and close your eyes. And then carefully lift the chin back up towards your chest and walk your elbows out and release yourself and your hands from underneath you right into your final resting pose, the Shavasana. So once again, let's be patient in our Shavasana. Surrender to this pose. Feel the calmness taking over your body as you breathe rhythmically. Allow yourself to think of nothing at all for a moment, nothing, just your breath. And if today is a day where your thoughts keep trying to invade your mind, like your breath, let them come, but then just let them go. Fantastic, you guys. It's time to kind of come back into real time. So create maybe a little movement. Bringing the knees into your chest. Nice little hug, a little massage. And then let them find their way over to the side. Breathe. Stay on the side, and when you're ready, come back up into your Sukhasana easy pose. Bring the hands to the heart, bow your eyes. Today I've asked you to close your eyes a lot. Closing your eyes allows you to go within, to feel. So keep them closed right now. Take a long breath in through the nose. And then let them go. You should feel peaceful and calm right now. So I ask you to take this feeling with you and use it throughout any difficult parts of your day today. Namaste.